The Joe Rogan Experience.
I don't have anything in the stock market anymore because after Barrett collapsed, and I literally saw people that were working there for 30 years lose everything because they lost their job and they were reinvested in the company, which they say you're not supposed to do. But this company, like Bear, like built itself on being like loyalty and like work for us, help people move ahead, and then they'd reinvest back into the company. You get stocks, like all this stuff, and then you lost your job and the stock price went from $1.30 to $2. You're fucked.
Did it help you when everything crashed to give you a jump to get into stand-up and go balls out?
No, it was...
Sorry for the male expression.
No. How dare you?
Sorry to gender.
Yeah, because you can't say labia out. That's very weird.
What can you say? Clit out?
Yeah. I went real clit out on this.
That might be a new thing.
That sounds bad coming out of my little mouth.
Oh my God.
No, it was like I was cheap. I was cheap, relatively cheap labor compared to everyone else. I knew I wasn't going to lose my job. I also came up with a Microsoft Access program that we used in the department that no one else knew how to use.
Really?
Yeah. So
you kind of had your job locked in.
Yeah.
But the company could go under.
The company could go under, but it wasn't. I was still in the early enough phase that like I had no idea what this whole comedy thing was going to turn into. And
did it give you motivation, like knowing that all these people that did work hard towards a legitimate career, that it could all fall apart on them?
I mean, that scarred me, I think, in a different way, where I was just like, oh, you can't trust the stock market. Like it more put me, like, it didn't make me worry about like my career or anything like that. Like I think I was too young to think about longevity career-wise. And I was too new in comedy to think it was like that could all fall apart. I didn't assume it was going to go anywhere anyway. But it really did. Like people are always like, well, you should be invested. You should be. I'm like, they're like, no, over time. I'm like, no, I know all of the sayings. But if it crashes when you want to retire, it doesn't matter. Like if you're 60 or whatever it is and you want to retire and your 401k just completely drops, then you got to wait, 10 more years to retire until it gets back up to where it was?
Oof.
So, keep it in cash, baby.
So that's what you do now?
Yeah.
You got a safe at home? Every now and then you throw the money on the bed and just roll around
Yeah. Every once in a while.
Indecent proposal.
How bad would that be? Like, you're like, I'm just going to roll around in this money. And then afterwards, you're like, I got to clean up all this money.
Not only that, you test positive for cocaine.
Yeah. You got every germ.
Yeah. If you're naked and you're rolling around with money.
Disgusting.
Ew, that's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even I wash my hands after I touch money.
You should.
It's disgusting.
I mean, it's everyone's carrying it.
Yeah.
So it's something that we know people touch. It's like one things that has been passed on from person to person to person to person. Very few objects, like a watch or a light, very few objects are touched by as many people as money.
Yeah, and often.
And strangers.
Yeah.
Dirty people.
It's on the ground.
Yes.
It's in a machine.
Yes.
Like it's gross.
And the numbers of people that get dollar bills that test positive for cocaine, it's crazy. It's off the charts. Yeah, they did some study on $100 bills, like the percentage of $100 bills that test positive for cocaine. It's really high.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really high.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds in circulation.
Yeah.
You're trying to impress people. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to light it on fire when I'm done. Woo! Did you see that Walmart sweater that they got in trouble for?
Yeah, the cocaine Santa.
Yeah, cocaine Santa.
I like that one.
They're so lame. They didn't even know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, they were like, no, it's snow.
No, stupid.
Like, yeah.
He's got a straw in his hand. What's the percentage of dollar bills? Does it say?
Yeah, but...
What? It's not legit?
Fecal matter showed up more than cocaine.
Yeah, there's a lot of poop.
Of course. Dirty people wipe their hands with their own hands. Just smudge it on their dollar bills. Maybe they wipe their ass with dollar bills when they run out of toilet paper, and then they wash the dollar bill off in the sink, but do a shitty job of it. Pardon the pun.
I mean, if you did run out of toilet paper.
Yeah, it'd be good. It's probably solid. Clean it off in the sink.
It says the flu can last for up to 17 days on a dollar bill.
Oh, great. Credit cards. That's why credit card. When people start getting sick, just pull out the credit card.
That's why when
Don't
I was
touch
little,
cash.
I ate dirt, I ate boogers, I ate grass.
Good move.
And I rarely get sick.
Good move. Solid immune system.
Solid immune system.
Yeah, that's why people in third
Because I
world-
was a gross child.
80% for cocaine, 94% according to a 2002 report for poop.
94%.
How is
Including
poop
staff.
getting on everything?
Because people are gross.
Like they always say, like there's poop, like there's fecal matter on like your toothbrush if it's like
yeah.
near you. I'm like, how is it getting there?
people are gross. We're disgusting.
How is it popping? What's happening?
Oh, we're touching railings after you wash your hands. Like, I was at Disneyland. This little kid was sucking on a chain. You know, the
Oh,
chain?
no.
Just had the chain in his mouth. Like, I'm like, kid, your kid. Ugh. Bah! Just shit chain. Just
Disneyland.
picture someone pulling that chain out of their ass. Clink, 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 clink. Re-hooking it up.
That is my favorite ride at
Sucking on it.
Disneyland.
The shit chain. Oh, he was sucking on the chain. What's up?
I was muting.
Oh, that's so much. That's such a high percentage. 94 for poop and 80 something for coke. Yeah, it's a lot of fucking people doing coke on $100 bills.
100 different strains of bacteria for animals, unspecified domestic animals.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. If you wanted to really spread a disease in this country, spread it through money.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
don't give people that idea.
Sorry, more creative with my ideas. I didn't tell them the one about the plane. I'll tell you afterwards. Tell you my plane idea. But yeah, you could. It would be real easy if you had like cocaine on dollars. You could easily just put some sort of a fucking horrible disease on dollars.
Yeah.